In number 1, part A, we're trying to find the limit as x approaches 3 of f of x. So this is an overall limit. We need to look at what's approaching from the left and the right of 3. So from the left side, you can see here, we get closer and closer to a y value of 2. From the right, we also get closer and closer to that y value of 2. Since we're approaching the same thing from both sides, that's our limit. For part B, the limit as x approaches negative 4. That's an overall limit, so we have to look at the left side and the right side. So here's negative 4. We have an asymptote. From the left side, we're approaching positive infinity. From the right side, we're approaching negative infinity. So that means our limit does not exist. I'm approaching two different things. If they're both approaching infinity, we could write infinity, even though it still technically doesn't exist. At least we know they're both going in the same direction. For part C, the limit as x approaches negative infinity. So as x keeps going further and further to the left, what's our y value doing? Well, it's flattening out and getting closer and closer to this asymptote, which is at negative 2. Part D, as x approaches negative 2 from the left, so from the left side, as we get closer and closer to negative 2, our y value is approaching negative 4. Doesn't matter that there's a hole there, as long as it's approaching that. For part E, the limit as x approaches 6 from the right. So from the right side, as we get closer and closer to 6, the y value is approaching negative infinity. And then we're asked to find the overall limit as x approaches 6, so we have to take into account the right side. The right side is approaching positive infinity. Left side is approaching positive infinity, right side approaching negative infinity, so this one does not exist.